Hello, Jman here, and welcome back to the Outer World Space of Choice Edition. Last left off, we were exploring the auditing and what's this place completely called? The Human Inquiry and Auditing Facility, where they were testing volunteers and drugging them with adrenochrome, and I think there were also adrenasil, something like that, adrenasil plus. Yeah, they were also trying to do that, but it was causing people to explode. So they tried adrenochrome here, and it would turn people crazy. And then those that didn't pass the test, they turned into meat cubes, basically. But let's get back into it. Okay, Did I read the first one? All right, let's start reading here. This isn't about a few volunteers, Morley. Most of the test group SC22A is already gone. Subject 17 is non-verbal, but we had some luck using small amounts of the compound to coax him into testing rooms. To be honest, some of the staff are starting to worry me too. It's not just that ghoul and disposal either. We were convinced that the compound's getting into the ventilation system somehow. That's not good. You don't want to be breathing that in. I've caught her scrubbing her hands raw at the washing stations. I've tried reciting our safety protocols to her, but it hasn't seemed to help. I'm starting to think she might be wrong. Hmm. Morley, pick out two of the deceased test subjects and whip up coincident condolences letters. Something Sasharine? I have never seen that word before. And noble. Feel free to invent next of kin if there are none on the record. Use the cheap paper, bruh. Leave the letters on my desk. I'll dispose of them shortly. Bruh, this messed up. Okay, outgoing. This notice is to inform all HIA staff that testing associates Angus Rouenet is no longer a Special Choice Pharmaceuticals employee, effective immediately. As valued members of Special Choice family, I trust that you will all pull together to shoulder Mr. Rouenet's responsibilities in his place. Well, either Rene went crazy, they found out something that they won't supposed to know. Wait, Special Choice. Well, would that be Special Choice? When life gives you lemons, consider it a free trial from your friends at Spacer's Choice. That's I okay. Was that on the other terminals? I never read that part up there. Dr. Blasley, the missing test subject has been found and apprehended. Apparently, he got into the testing department, where he remained. I'm afraid nobody noticed for several hours. Hennessy, well, I think I heard that. I think I heard that name. Had him doing paperwork. I think it's clear at this point that I'm just gonna say subject 12 didn't get out on his own. As far as we could tell, he didn't have much of an escape plan. The door was simply unlocked for a short period of time during the night. In the meantime, I've made it clear to security forces that no further breaches will be tolerated. Well, they did say somebody messed with the containment of these people, and also the mantisaurs and the cannon. Messages archived. Marley, how do you delete this message? Clarence, the latest results are in. As you hoped, you'll find that the violent cases now account for a smaller overall percentage of the testing pool. I expect that will change in about 2 to 3 weeks, so you'd better get that report out to Goodfellow in a hurry. In the meantime, dosing all the test subjects means that HIA is now in business of generating aggressive psychotics. So, if you could take 2 minutes out of your fundamentally pointless existence to somehow make it clear to Mr. Goodfellow that I need to update on those resources I requested, as well as a matter of additional security, increased oversight at Chem, and any kind of explanation for what the freak. So I really got to start reading the bottom and then the top, because that's why they say, Mr. Morley, how do I delete this? Well, it's too late now. And then since I got my hack up, let's see what this deleted message is. Okay, read me. Okay. Morley, If you receive any communications from Dr. Ambrose, ignore them. Also, notify me at once, and don't piss yourself worrying. I won't come up on you. It won't come up on your assessments. Okay? Read at once. Morley, not a word from OCI. We'll keep going as we were. We are. Say something to the staff. Break out a list of prepared statements I gave you. I suggest number 4. Remember to smile. I'm heading down to oversee today's testing personally. Make sure I'm not disturbed. Hmm. Alright. Didn't get a lot from that, but I mean, it was something. Uh, 150. Man, I ain't got that. There's probably something good in there too. But it's time to head on up. Time to get that last phonograph. Already read that terminal. See nothing else in here. Sealed. Well, I'm supposed to get in there. Okay, hold on. And that one says to override. Boy, ain't no way. I didn't even see this door.
Did you enjoy it? No, I didn't. You should have left Gorgon in its grave, where it belongs. Now I'm afraid I have to find a more permanent way to put you down.
Oh,
Man, you ain't gonna do
in my
nothing.
boots. Come and threaten us face to barrel, will you?
I don't know how much more of this I can take, Captain. I'm about to chew my own hands off with nerves.
Nah, don't worry, Parvati. He ain't about to do nothing.
Yeah, there you are. Is this... It's off, right? I don't understand these contraptions.
Dr. Blakesley, ma'am, I've come to say that it's
Shock
done.
and all.
I'm gonna do it.
Do what?
I'm gonna try for one of the shuttles.
You little... lost your mind.
If I can just make it to the landing pad, I'll be free.
Be reasonable, Morley. The project is almost over. We'll be out of here by October.
Ma'am, it's January. You're recording, by the way.
Damn it!
Ooh. Be out there by October. It's January. And lost track of time. Saw the shotgun mark 2. 4312. But number 3. Is 4312 better than that? I do not know. Okay. Broken data pad. Our first test group should be here in a few hours. I suppose I should be catching up on some sleep, but it's far more important to mark the occasion. I really think we can achieve something here. Every citizen of Halcyon wants to be of use, deep down. If this compound can restore industry and work ethic, even to outlaws and miscreants, we won't need places like Tartarus anymore. Dissidents will be a thing of the past. Chem has sent over its first shipment of this mystery drug, and the testing chambers are operational. Once we've proven our methods, it will be that much easier to convince OCI to invest in better equipment. The remaining entries are inaccessible. Okay. Nothing more trash. What's this? Messages coming. Marin, it's been 3 weeks. Where the freak are those reports from HIA? Deliver them to me by the end of the day or deliver me your letter of resignation. I'm done asking. In the future, you will be sending me bi-weekly reports of HIA status. Those reports will include an inventory of test subjects, which version of Gorgon compound they have been administered, how frequently those administrations have been occurring, and who have been administering them. To these reports, you will be append a morality record. This record would include an accounting of the burn down rate of our current stock of volunteers and compound ampu- ampules. In addition to a thorough analysis of their injuries, I want to see charts. Mari, big freaking charts with lots of precious little numbers. And before you ask, bi-weekly means twice a week. Don't pretend you don't know what that means, Ollie. Okay? Marin, personally, personalize and forward the following note to families of the deceased volunteers. Take carbon copies and send those to Lucian at the usual address. Make certain he gets every single one. Ollie. Dear whoever died, it is with regret that I write to inform you the death of your relation. They died peacefully, attended by their fellows. Bruh, they just lying, bruh. It's crazy. Please accept our sympathies in this difficult time. Though it may offer you little comfort, know that your relation died in service of a better, more productive halcyon. In accordance with the agreement, signed with Tartarus Corrections, a division of United Defense Logistics, their term of incarceration is now considered complete. That's messed up. So they're just taking people out of the prison and then throwing them into a little test chamber, dragging them up, turning them psycho, and then once they can't really do much else with them, they kill them, turn them into a meat cube, and I don't know what further processing they do after that. Okay, outgoing. Goodfellow. Yes, many of the subjects still exhibit increased energy levels and compliance. The same euphoric response, but they inevitably crash. Testing clearly suggests that Chem's Compound X has extreme and irreversible effects when administered repeatedly over a long period of time. Several volunteers in the old SCO2 group are barely verbal. When they do speak, it's to beg for more of the compound. I'm finding it hard to shine that up for you, Lawrence. So good you'll beg for more? Don't you dare use that. If we could dilute the compound or even ease out the schedule, we could mitigate some of the addictive effects. Weaning some of the earlier test subjects off the compound might buy us time until Kim refines the formula. I need time, Lawrence. Yeah, and they never got that time because they all died. Or most of them did. Marley, I need you to compile some of the test results from past month. Pull a subset from the reports we forwarded to OCI, if you like. So long as there are charts. Make sure the worst of the mortality reports are up front, will you? Okay, this is more Blakesley, the testing group 82. At the behest of Office of Creation Incubation, we are applying varied amounts of unknown solutions to test subjects that are already mid-treatment. What organizational schema do you imagine would miraculously restore scientific rigor to the process? Stick to the current system. Okay. Last one. Morley, pick up two of the Z's test subjects and whip up Cadilla's letters. Oh, that's just like the other one I read. That's all them. Okay, one archive. Lucy, I'm leaving this message to inform you my resignation from position of testing superior supervisor at Spacer's Choice Pharmaceuticals effective immediately. I won't be returning to headquarters, and I wouldn't bother chasing that tracking signal unless you want to give the boys and girls in human resources some exercise. I'll warn you once. Don't try. Do not try and find me. Blakesley. Hmm. So Blakesley got out before it all went down. Okay. And let's override.
This... I never imagined. I'd always heard the corporations treated their workers poorly, but this... It's like they were sprats. Caged up little experiments.
What he did was inexcusable.
Not just inexcusable. Evil. This was just wrong. They knew. They knew what Adrena time would do. Marauders are half the reason Monarch's gone.
I know. I can't believe they did this.
Someone's gotta do something about this. Gotta hold folks to account. Maybe it should be us.
That journal better hold the key to the eternal equation, or Minnie's name's gonna have stains on it till the end of time.
Only one way to find out where this leads. Come on. Alright. Can I get through that door now? That's gonna be a entire no.
What they did here? I ain't ever gonna shake this.
This is the other part that I checked out earlier. Well, it's one place down, and I got both of them. Now I just need to go to the other facility.
Here we go. Think anything good has ever come out of these corporate science projects?
You think a voice lock's hard to make? Kinda wonder if I should put one in the bathroom to keep Sam from smashing up the toilet.
Please speak the passphrase.
Play Dr. Law's audio recording.
We attest to the zest with our hand on our chest. Be impressed as our guest by what we've finessed. You are blessed to ingest what we thoroughly test. You've tried the best, now try the rest. Spacer's choice.
Is he Dr. Seuss now?
Passphrase accepted. Access granted. Welcome, Dr. Jasper Lowe.
Right here was pulling out Dr. Seuss quotes. Okay. Hopefully this place isn't as messed up.
Looks like Monarch ain't the only place they gave up on.
I got lot picking. Taking all that. That. And the Adrena. Yep. Marauders. Okay. Look at that lighter. What we got here? Alright. Urgent notification. Please be informed that one or more of the following high priority conditions are likely to be active in your office or workplace. Escape primals, unlawful discussion of subversive cultural material, and extended and unauthorized breaks. Please notify your superior immediately if you are the designated supervisor of the workplace. This message constitutes your official notification. This is an automated response. Please do not respond directly to this message. Okay. From Hong Si, forwarded to Jasper. Jasper, I've been taking your messages at my terminal like you asked. This one's from management though. Please take a look at this. I could get into trouble for deleting it. Well, I speak for everyone at OCI when I express my disappointment in your work ethic. The quality of Compound X harvested and enriched at your laboratory falls well below Spacer's Choice standards. It is my professional opinion that the quality of one's work reflects the quality of one's spirit. Lazy workers deliver lazy work. Round up your researchers, fire 1 in 10. I expect you and your remaining researchers to deliver the next batch of chemicals to HIA under an accelerated timetable. These measures may seem punitive, even harsh, they are. I am instilling discipline in your team. One day, I'd like to imagine you'll thank me. Respectfully, Lawrence Goodfellow, Manager, Office of Creation Incubation. Work fortifies the spirit. Please respond. Jasper, I know you told me not to bother you when you were working, but I'm running out of options. I understand you're busy, So I boiled down my list of concerns into simple yes or no questions. Just respond with Y or N. Did you read Goodfellas' letter? Am I the one on the chopping block? Has security talked to you about some type of corporate spies in our ranks? Is there a spy? Did you know Pendella's heart gave out after a 72-hour shift? Are you attending the wake? If you, I've got staff coming to the receptionist desk looking for answers. What am I supposed to tell them? It's not the best choice. It's the only choice we got. Please respond in respectfully, Jasper Lowe. So is that in towards everything? Okay, lost key. Chief, I found a key in a locker by the laboratories. The key belongs to Dr. Lowe. Please retrieve the key and return it to him. I do it myself, but Lowe can be pretty paranoid. If I show up to the door with a key in hand, he'll assume I stole it in order to fabricate a reason to check up on him. Yep, he did seem kind of, not all there. Okay, why did I pick that up? So I got a bolter that does that. What's this? Ultra. Oh, I already got an ultra. I don't need this. Break her down. Okay, can't head through there.
You people never seem to take the hint. That eludes that tiny little mind of yours. I've switched on the laboratory's security system. I trust the mechanicals will sort you out. Good luck.
Now, hold on. I thought this place was supposed to be abandoned. You think that could have been the spooky voice from OCI? The one calling themselves the Ghost?
Perhaps, but since he was stupid enough to tell me that, I think Caruso worked good enough on them. I was pretty stupid to tell me that. I mean, he could have just let me walk into an ambush, but instead he was like, nah, there's some robots out there. Better be careful. What else? So 3. Okay, so I already have electric. I got electric. I got corrosive. And let's see. Electric, corrosive. I need one for N-ray, so I will be taking that. Never had too much Adreno. Okay, that will take me down. We're at a crack shot. Security door override. Ain't no terminal to shut them down? No? Alright. Just gonna... Shut him down. Got him. Reloading up. Okay, it's safe to say, clearly it's not the best gun to use for this. Let's get out my electricity. Got him done. Okay, let me try this gun. Oh my god, what? Bruh, what was that? What did I get hit with? Okay, man, you know what? I ain't got time for this. Focus corner.
On your right, Cap!
Yep. Blinding. Bro, why does it feel like I'm doing like nothing, man? It does heal. I mean, like, I'm not gonna use that during combat. I'm gonna end up dying if I do that. Guess might as well check out all these little offices while I'm out here.
It looks so homey. Like a family lived here. All that goodness turned to such devilish ends.
Yep. Taking all that Trina. What else we got up in there?
Gosh, that's clever.
Okay. In the world? I mean, I'll take them. A necklace. A flywheel. I don't need a flywheel. Is that it? Alright. Scientist. Guess I can't pick that up.
How the devil do I use this thing? Is it what? Oh, the barrel's turning. All right. I feel like an absolute idiot barking into this horn. I shouldn't have let Lucien talk me into this. What use do I have with audible notes? Posterity, my... Ah, great. What's it doing now? Jasper! Jasper, it's... How do I turn it off? It won't...
Just press the button.
The what?
Oh, for law's sake, the button, Ollie.
Accursed thing.
Oh, ain't no way. Can't handle any technology. I'm guessing this is, yeah. Wait. Who are you? Oh, they were getting drunk. Make sure that electric fling in around there. It's over there. But I need to go that way. Alright. I think I came from up there. Yeah, I came from up there. There's people in there. Handle with it. Okay. Ugh. What's going on here? Different test tubes and stuff. Okay. Unsanctioned mining. Okay. So I guess this dude was just out here with some adrenochrome. Nope, there's scientists. Research data. Memory corrupted. Research data cannot be found. Experimental laws can't be found. Last entry. To whom it may concern. This morning I and my colleagues gathered in a reception hall. Every 10th staff member of this laboratory was released from service. Yep, that's what he's talking about. Get rid of 1 out of 10 people. I am one of them. My indenturement contract to Spacious Choice, which stipulates a lifetime of productive service as a researcher in the field of organic chemistry, has been terminated. I have served Spacious Choice for my whole life. Working at Gorgon facility is the highlight of my career. If I leave Gorgon, I will have nowhere else to go, because my contract guaranteed my work for the duration of my life. To end that contract is a tantamount, what? A tantamount? To ending my life. If you have the power to reconsider your decision, I ask you kindly to reconsider. I'm willing to work without pay if necessary. This job is all I have. Please allow me to fortify my spirit by continuing to work. Respectfully, G. Zhang. Dang. One message. Dr. Law, I'm afraid I don't know where your research notes are. I searched material processing and discreetly asked the receptionist, but nothing turned up. If I had to guess, you left them in the basement laboratory. I'd venture down there myself, but you know how I feel about primals. I apologize for the weakness of my constitution. Sir, if your research notes do turn up in the basement, may I ask you to think favorably of me when OCI asks you for a budget review? Word around the lab is Goodfellow and the other leaders at the OCI want to make some deep cuts in our staff. If there's any truth to the rumor, I hope you'll remember that I've always supported your desire to find a better, safer version of AT. Respectfully, Jizang. Run diagnostics. Let's see, could not complete. Irreversible damage, irreversible damage. Yeah. Well, apparently the research notes are in the basement somewhere where primals are. I don't feel like going down there and fighting primals, but let's get this last photograph.
Roscoe, it's Georgie. If you're hearing this, you must still be holed up at the Sprat Shack. And you're not gonna like this one bit. I was trying to steal our recordings when things went crazy. I know. Like I said, sorry. And I'm gonna be in a heap of trouble if I don't get them, so if you want to save my bacon, you need to do it for me. I need the 3 interviews we did with Ambrose, this one here, plus another recording of my own. I left that last one with a guy who owed me a favor at the garbage processing office in the chemical waste ravine.
I've been there.
I'll leave an automech near Stellar Freighting. It'll want all 5 recordings, plus a passphrase. Glacial Age. Oh, and don't listen to my log, alright? Just stay safe and keep your head down.
So I got a choice. I can either return them back to Roscoe, or a woman named Georgie asked Roscoe to deliver the phonographs to her personal automate near Stellar Freighting. Don't know what I should do. I probably end up giving it to him, but I'm not thinking about that. 2 terminals here. That's the terminal I just read. What's this terminal about? Personal files. From T. Meadows. Today we received our update timely from management, courtesy of Mr. Goodfellow. 6-week deadlines are now 3-week deadlines. Some of my colleagues have been sacrificing sleep in order to meet these deadlines. Others have been medicating themselves with very small doses of enriched compound X in order to combat the fatigue. Well, looks like you're going to have a bunch of crazy people inside your ranks. That ain't going to be good. Work fortifies the spirit, so we will carry on. I count myself fortunate to have been spared in the decimation. My former colleagues have nowhere to go. Their departure corresponds with a few critical doses of enriched compound X disappearing from our storage. Correlation does not imply causation, so I will not imply theft. I am concerned by the side effects of compound X. Even in the refined state, repeated use damages the synaptic patterns of the brain. Paranoia, violence, psychosis, and intense anxiety will haunt a repeated user for the rest of their short lives. Our enrichment process does not combat the side effects of Combat X. We were close to a breakthrough, but the damages to our research terminals is irreversible. My hope is human inquiry will see the effects of compound in their own tests and report these tests to creative incubation. If incubation is as chilled by these results as I am, they may provide us with more time and more resources. And no, they will not, because they will go through with this anyway. A moment of silence for my recent batch of enriched Compound X. The elegant complexity of your molecular structure manifested in the hallucinations of my own sleep-deprived mind. 30% lower rate of addiction, 75% compatible with human metabolism, and with a side effect coefficient of just 0.65. You were our most promising compound yet. Human Inquiry would have been delighted to pour you into a syringe and stick you inside a test subject. You were destroyed in the unplanned sabotage event, which to say that Mr. Mosley's fancy tables couldn't predict this would happen. You were almost perfect. Allah would never see the likes of you again. Compound X is notoriously difficult to enrich. Its molecular structure is fuzzy in small doses. The compound provides a massive boost to energy and productivity. The clever buggers at OCI do not seem to understand this principle and have asked us to increase our dosage with every batch. High dosage Compound X is even harder to enrich, and a poorly enriched, poverty-stricken chemical have none of the protective layers that inhibit dangerous side effects. So what we have is a cocktail of very bad side effects chased down with one massive rush of euphoric energy. Pleasant, but incredibly dangerous. I can only hope HIA's reports agree with my assessment. And no, they did not. They said, you know what, we're going to keep doing it, and we're going to keep doing it until we get it right. And, well, somebody just let everybody loose. Well, it's just going more and more downhill. The more you look at it, it's just forever a downhill spiral of just bad news. So, let's see. So I need to head forward, but there is this little area down here I want to check out. Now that's the platform up. Wait a minute. No, ain't nothing back there. Seems like they were playing games down there. What is this? Primals. Oh. I'm gonna need to take out the good stuff. And that's a primal blight. What is primal blight? I don't even know. Oh, my man is moving. Where'd he going? Oh! Is he dead? Gun him down. Okay. Wait. Wait a minute. I can go through there. Or I can go up top. Oh, this just allows me to skip everything. Well, then what's through here? Oh, I need to swap back to my electricity. Okay. Another one?
The effects of Compound X are inescapable. The refined excrement of the xenocyte life form. It's a fine powder, very fine. It finds its way into absolutely everything. Even in the water now, and the air. It settles like a veil over all of Gorgon. The laboratory techs get the worst of it. We all appreciated the boost to mood and productivity at first, but we're at each other's throats in an instant now. I've had to break up 2 fistfights this week alone. This aggression must be inherent to the formula, to Compound X. How do I stop it?
Who knows? But we got a terminal over here. Let's see what this is about. Experimental notes. Let's start with critical update. Dear Sir or Madam, this automated message triggered by Special Choice Contingency Management Program. Please do not respond to this message. Congratulations! Contingency number 77, abundance of raw material, is now in effect. Due to a higher than projected volume of Compound X harvested in this laboratory, your production quotas have been raised by 200%. Please bear in mind that biweekly quotas reviews are automatically generated and forwarded to Project Gorgon Administration and the Office of Creative Incubation. Any dereliction in production will be reflected in your review. Experimental notes. Okay, there's only one remaining. Experiment. Experimental enrichment of Compound X. Attempt 89. Expose Compound X sample to N-ray concentrated for 30 seconds. Cool. Consulted research notes. Notes incomplete and damaged. Expose Compound X sample to N-ray concentrate for 60 seconds. The sample failed. Toxicity levels is high. Dispose immediately. Expose Compound X to sample. Attempt number 90. Woke up, fell asleep at the table. Sample failed. Overexposure to lab atmosphere. Toxicity levels high. Dispose. Researchers addendum. Unplanned sabotage event. Destroyed any relevant research notes. Forced to rely on outdated notes. Expected time lost 6 to 16 months. Attempt to replicate research unsuccessful. We'll try again after resting eyes for a minute. Well, we sure did rest their eyes, but not for no minute. Because they most likely got folded.
Traps ahead. Maybe behind, too. Traps just about everywhere, Captain.
Did I just shoot these? Nope. Alright, we move. What the world? What the world? I didn't even notice that there was traps right there. Alright. I mean, this sort of works out.
Great work.
Okay. So all I need to do is really get down there. What's through here? I guess that's something else. Okay, what in the world is this room? Still no sight. A lot of mix down there. Well, if there's a way to shut them down. Status. On mechanical status. I need hack 65. I can do that. Put on hack. Is that enough? Disable auto mechanical hostility protocol. Lift access restrictions. Okay, messages. Law, I'm going to have to take the researcher's side on this one. Your absence during the emergency is conspicuous. I don't want to report you because I don't want corporate auditors scheduling interviews with the entire staff while they're trying to meet deadline. The planned sabotage event already halted experimentation and development. We're trying to get our operations running again. We could use all the help we could get. I'm already down one staff member. St. German's gone. You know why. You owe this team an explanation to any number of grievances. Your absence is the most urgent one. But I'll take an explanation as to why there are primals being held in the caverns near our waste disposal site. They're your primals, aren't they? Mr. Tanaka. No, I can't explain the primals. Primals defy explanation. They are a miracle of evolutionary adaptation and a treasure trove of interesting genetic material. I'm not going to explain my alleged absence either. This is because I am not absent at all. My presence is explicit in the work of my researchers. The researchers were still employed in this department are skilled and more than capable of repairing any damage done by the alleged saboteur. Please don't bother me again with trivial problems. You are the security chief. Stick to securing things, including but not limited to the safety of the lab and my privacy. Warm regards and pleasant felicitations? Law. Law, I've just finished filing my official report on an unplanned sabotage event. Unfortunately, filing a report on a sabotage event requires me to also include a list of captured, apprehended, and neutralized saboteurs. Company policy, not list, means I'm getting arrested for dereliction of duty and you're getting penalized for hiring me. Saboteurs is plural. I can't include Mr. St. George's name and be done with it. As of the last resort, I've been forced to include the names of all former employees whose contracts are recently terminated in decimation. These researchers are no longer part of Project Gorgon and will likely not survive without a job. So I may as well use their names to save our jobs. Wow. Do you know how suck that is? That's because you already get fired because they was firing 1 out of 10 people. So now the 1 out of 10 people that got fired, that no longer have a job and can't get employed because they was indentured, so they can't work anywhere or do anything. They're basically marauders themselves. Well, now they are accused of being saboteurs, and well, now they got to be arrested. Oh, that sucked. I filed a report last night and haven't been able to sleep since. This is to let you know that I will be filing for a transfer at the end of the next cycle. Wow, that is something else. I wasn't expecting that. Whereas they're really about to throw everybody underneath the bus like that. Well, jumping down. Okay. So this leads back into here, but all the animatronics, the automatons are now all disabled. Well, at least they aren't hostile. Security. Where will this take me? Oh, so that will take me there. Okay. Okay, you would come out of there if you didn't have that. Why am I hearing primals? So that's the exit out of here once I'm done in here, okay.
Must have been Jasper's place.
Night falls on Gorgon. Though I suppose it's always dark here in the void. The lab is empty, and I am at last alone. I'm preoccupied with thoughts of the single-celled xenocytes that make their home here on this rock. These primordial creatures persist despite the surroundings. No, require adversity to thrive. Perhaps that's why our bodies react to theirs. There is a harmony.
This is sick. I can't bear it any longer.
Oh, I hope so. I could finally put a bullet in this brawl.
As the xenocytes do. We live. Against all odds, we live. But for how long?
Well, I ain't get a word out of any of that. Everybody talking at once. What's that, card? You know what, I need to play that back over. I ain't get one word out of that.
Night falls on Gorgon. Though I suppose it's always dark here in the void. The lab is empty, and I am at last alone. I'm preoccupied with thoughts of the single-celled xenocytes that make their home here on this rock.
You'd think that by now these lab coats would have learned not to mess with these beasts. It never ends well.
No. They require adversity to thrive. Perhaps that's why our bodies react to theirs. There is a harmony in us. The law didn't craft us for the void, yet we scrabble across its cold worlds, building, persisting, as the xenocytes do. We live. Against all odds, we live. But for how long? We live. Against all odds, we live.
Did that just play over?
But for how long?
What's that? The pick up Aqua Regia. Initial research into primal neurochemistry has proven fruitful. I've discovered a cardiac cell receptor for adrenaline analogous to human cell receptors and function. If not in psychology, psychology? I don't know. It should be possible to develop a pharmaceutical drug that blocks the efforts of the adrenaline hormone and primals, thus curating, I don't know, their paranoia, agitation, and violent irritability. I'm just stuttering all of this. Correction. It is possible and just unlikely given the way OCI has me under thumbscrews. Adrenotime is a dangerous drug. The danger can be mitigated by development of adrenal inhibitors. Take adrenochrome, then take this theoretical drug to minimize its side effect. I barely had the time, energy, and resources to develop a half-passable adrenochrome, so this idea must remain a dream. Nonetheless, my notes follow. Hope springs eternal. What's this? It looks like it's corrosive. Aqua regia. Okay. Putrefaction. Petrification by swinging action. Okay. Legendary weapon. You got to level up. Anything else here? I think I hear another one. That's above. So I guess that's the cages they broke out of. Alright. One more. And I think that's it for down here. Nice. There's so much here, man. There's so much reading. Why is there so much? There's so much dialogue in every one. I'm sure I'm learning a lot of it. I'm getting a lot of lore, but man, I've never done so much reading. I've done so much reading last episode and this episode, and now I'm out of time again. So the next one we're gonna be doing is I'm gonna read this terminal. You probably done clicked off by now. I'd click off. Okay, ain't been like no action. It's just been reading. Might as well just be an audiobook at this point. But until the next one, Jman out.